Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. So let's start this video off with updates of Nick Walker training arms. He's actually using some contraption I've never seen before. But Nick is looking absolutely massive going into this year's Mr. Olympia. And Nick Walker winning last year's New York Pro, winning the Arnold Classic, taking top 5 in his first Olympia. You have to believe that Nick is going to be improved this year. Also doing all of that without having a true offseason in his second year as a pro. But on the other hand, you do have a lot of critics that still say Nick Walker is very blocky. You know, his legs aren't proportionate to the upper body. Nick is just like a big ball of mass. And then on the other hand, you do have the people that absolutely love Nick and believe he can win this year's Olympia. Regardless how you feel about him, he's definitely one of the best in our sport. I believe Nick Walker can place as high as second at this year's Olympia. But who knows? It all depends on how he shows up as well as everyone else. Nick will definitely be in the top 5. And in the next update of the day, you guys are currently looking at Michal Krizo 4 weeks out from the Amateur Olympia. I don't think he will have a problem getting his pro card at all, and after that he will be doing the Prague Pro Show. So far the only guy that says he'll be in that show is Beirut Tabani, but I'm pretty sure anyone that doesn't win the Arnold Classic UK will probably hop in that show, except for Martin Fitzwater. He said he's going to shut it down. So potentially James Hollingshead, Marc Hector. I highly doubt anyone is going to beat Andrew at this Arnold Classic UK, but I'm interested to see how the lineup will look at Prague. And hopefully Krizo is able to turn pro and get a qualification for this year's Mr. Olympia, because that would just make it even more exciting than what it already is. And switching over to Marc Hector, he put on one of his favorite poses, which is the side chest. And throughout this prep, we've pretty much only seen most muscular and side chest poses of Marc Hector. I believe we've seen one front lat spread. But hopefully Marc Hector looks just as good from behind as he does from the front and the side. And he's kind of a wild card. He hasn't competed in a while, so we're not really sure how he's going to look. He could definitely shake some things up, you know. Could he potentially be a guy to place as high as second in this show? And switching over to Classic Physique, this was a recent update of Ramon Dino. He actually started working with one of the best posing coaches in Brazil for this year's Olympia. And just by looking at this twisting back double, I would definitely say he's already improving his posing. In my last video, I showed you how hard Ramon is working to bring up his weaknesses. I believe this is going to be the best Ramon we've seen thus far. Another guy that's just constantly making improvements, getting better and better show by show. Ramon is one of the guys I'm most excited to see at this year's Olympia. And in the next update of the day, keeping it classic, these are the most recent updates from Mike Sommerfeld. And it is going to be a fight for that 6th place position at this year's Olympia in the Classic Physique division, or if those guys want to break into the top 5. Alex Carbonero was 6th place last year, Mike Sommerfeld 7th, Fabian Meyer 8th. And I believe all of those guys could potentially be in the top 5. All of them are incredible bodybuilders. And once again, it's so hard to gauge guys in Classic because we have Mike Sommerfeld, Fabian Meyer placing 7th and 8th. And these guys' physiques are absolutely unbelievable. And you guys are currently looking at Neil Currey, who was the winner of this year's New York Pro in the Classic Physique division. And he said his goal is to place top 10 at this year's Classic Olympia. But as I just said, this division is so stacked, man. We never know. We honestly never know. I believe we have about 40 or 50 guys already qualified for Classic, and we still have more opportunities. So we could potentially have 50 or 60 Classic guys on stage. But I think this is my first time sharing a physique update of Neil Currey. Incredible physique. And in the next update of the day, you guys are looking at Keone Pearson at 14 weeks out from this year's Olympia. Looking absolutely massive as usual. As I always say, Keone is 212, but he looks like he's 220 or 230 compared to these other guys. And you guys let me know, how well would Keone do at this year's 212 Olympia? Keep in mind he beat Nathan Epler at the Tampa Pro, who was top 5 last year. So Keone is definitely going to be in the running. Once again, we don't know if Derek Lunsford is going to do 212 or he's going to magically get a special invite. But I'm pretty sure Keone Pearson is going to be in that top 5. But the question is, how high can Keone place? Can Keone win the 212 Olympia? And you guys are currently looking at Austin Connely, who was the 2022 Mr. USA, coached by Matt Jansen. He did say he will be making his pro debut in the year 2024, but this guy's physique definitely caught my eye. And I have no idea what Matt Jansen does with these guys. You know, he coached Nick Walker, Sean Clarita, Brett Wilkin, but Matt definitely knows what he's doing, and he definitely helps these guys put on size. Taking a look at Austin's physique, he looks very complete. Could have a little bit more back, but as you guys can see, he has all of the bases he needs to improve upon that back. And this guy's physique really caught my eye. Maybe developing a little bit of gyno, but very, very muscular, and I'm excited to see him in the future. And I'm actually going to give you guys a mini breakdown as well as my top 4 predictions for this weekend's Yamamoto Cup. It is going to be a small show, but I'm glad that we have one. It's been a little while. Haven't had a show since the Texas Pro. So the guys who I believe will be in the top 4 is going to be Jamie Christian Johal, Mohamed L.A. Mom, Andrea Muzi, and Vlad Suaruchko. Roman Fritz is a guy, fan favorite, comes in crazy condition, but I think Roman is going to need more size to be competitive with guys like this. So in 4th place, I have Jamie the Giant Johal, and I honestly believe he can place higher than this. It all depends on how much mass he's put on this offseason and how close is he to filling out that massive 6'5" frame. Very pleasing to the eye physique, and we do have a couple of guys in this lineup that look a bit more rugged, so it just depends on which look the judges like more, you know. Are they going for the massive freaky look, or are they going for more like a tall aesthetic look? But either way, I'm excited to see this massive guy on stage. And I have Vlad Suaruchko in 3rd place. Massive guy, comes in condition. Andrea Muzi is also in this show. As I told you guys, he took 2nd in Portugal. Vlad took 5th. Vlad, I think he has a wider midsection, holds him back a little bit. And this guy's also had a bunch of synthol accusations. You know we don't talk about that over here, but that could be potentially something that the judges are paying attention to. But Vlad is a guy that very well could potentially win this show. Seems like he's improved his posing a little bit since Portugal as well. Now in 2nd place, I have Mohamed L.A. Mom, and you guys are looking at him from last year's Texas Pro, in which he placed 6th. Now he was actually in a serious car accident last year. Seems like he's recovered 100%. Now it is definitely harder to peak for a show after you've taken some time off from the stage, but he is coached by Milos, who was also coaching him before. So hopefully they're able to bring 100% package, because Mohamed is an incredible bodybuilder. And winning this show, I have Andrea Muzi, as long as he comes in condition. You guys are currently looking at Muzi from his 2nd place finish at the Portugal Pro. Now, Muzi has done 5 shows this year and has not been out of the top 4, you know, New York, Chicago, California. I think this is finally his time to win a show. And as long as he comes in 100%, I do think Muzi is going to earn a qualification for this year's Olympia. So there's going to be a spot to open up for points. And ending this video here with my archive of the day, you guys let me know in the comment section below which legendary bodybuilder is this. As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.